Yes, we're on the air. Hey, folks. Thanks for tuning into the Bounce Podcast, our spontaneous Saturday night show. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty. These two handsome men are my co-hosts. But before we get to them, let me play this musical intro for you. Did you guys hear that?
Love it every time.
I didn't get that music. I'm sad now. Anyway,
I'm surprised you play it yourself.
Every day when I get up, man, just to get pumped. Anyway, that delightful musical montage was to assure you, gentle viewers, that this is a high-quality, professional podcast, only the finest, ethically sourced geeky conversation farm to table for your podcast listening pleasure. And Dave Henby, who's listed himself as Darth Baldo, is here tonight. He is super enthused about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness, which he just received in the mail. Jacob Blackman, frequent co-host and most handsome man in Oklahoma, also has a copy. This is an ancient book. Dave and I read this book 35 years ago.
35 years ago, thereabouts.
Why are we talking about this book in the year of our Lord 2025? Who can help me out?
The Kickstarter came to me today. I paid for it, a year and a half ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it strictly out of nostalgia, man. I played this game forever ago. It was so much fun.
All right, so this I'm going to flip through. I found an old-ass version here on archive.org. But tell me about the new version. What's going on? What's different? Why are we excited about this now?
I got the one with two. I went with a full Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
So I got dice sets for everybody and all that. But it came with two core books: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness, which is definitely thicker than the original, about twice as thick.
Okay.
And then Transdimensional Adventures. I don't know if they're ever going to get into Turtles in Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, can you hold them up and show them to your camera?
Oh, shoot.
There we go. Oh, wow, that's green and shiny.
Yeah. Like I said, I went with the big bad one.
Okay. That's pretty cool. And you got custom dice sets and everything?
Yeah. They're just regular. I got 4 grandkids, so I was all like, we get a Michelangelo or Raphael.
Are you going to play this game with your grandkids, Dave?
Well, I don't have them as much anymore. But, there's hope down the road.
All right. That's fair. Cool. So it's been colorized, right?
Yes.
What I hear, let's have a look.
Yeah. Having just to give a brief synopsis, since he hasn't looked at his yet, I got mine like a week ago. I flipped through them since, and I can give you a general idea as we're going to go through these. The reason both of these books are so thick is because they are multiple books in each one. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the core rule book, plus a couple of adventure books that came out at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, these are bringing back memories. Truck and Turtles.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you got like Turtles. You got Truck and Turtles in here, and Turtles Go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
In combined with the base game. In the transdimensional book, you have the transdimensional stuff, which includes Turtles in Time.
I love that.
It has Turtles in Space.
Yeah.
So it has all the space and alien stuff. You gotta love the Triceraton Empire. And the third adventure book, which is a collection of random adventures.
Okay.
Do they ever get into the After the Bomb, or is that just
After the Bomb? They created later as a separate setting, so that
I remember that, but it was tied in. Flipping through this, I have the color, kind of like a werewolf transformation.
Oh yeah.
I remember this very distinctly. It's nice to see it in color. It's the same artwork. That's really cool.
Yeah, I had that same page up. Hang on, just being geeky. Yeah, here's the black and white version.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Night and day, man.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Paper quality is really good.
Did we ever play this game, Dave?
I know Rich and I played it a lot.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were around in a game or two, because I mean we were all gaming together.
Yeah, that's fair. That's good. I remember we played Rifts once or twice, and I remember some other games in the mix. A lot of World of Darkness. I don't remember if we ever actually played this one, but yeah, there were a lot of games being played a lot.
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible. So cool. Hey, we got an audience. Hey, folks, any questions? Just holler. Yeah.
I'm liking the look of it. And it is like you said earlier about most of the old books feeling like they were just Xerox copies. This does feel very much more like a nice put together book.
It definitely has that zine kind of layout flavor about it.
Yeah, they were great.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, one of the great things about the old game was especially the BioE system.
Yeah,
where you
could
could
now
really customize how mutant you wanted your mutant animal to be,
or stay completely an animal and blow out your psychic powers.
Exactly. You could be a normal animal, but you could talk if you only wanted to spend BioE points in that direction. Or you could be more humanoid if you wanted. You could have you could vary whether or not you had humanoid hands for manipulation. If you had specific powers like the porcupine on the art there, you could shoot quills.
But you'd have to spend your BioE to have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember that different animals had different BioE. It was the biotic potential that they had.
Yes.
So like a mouse had a tremendous amount, but like an elephant, not so much. I'm on the gorilla right now, or an ape. I'm sure it is. Yeah, apes. Chimp, gorilla, orangutan.
But yeah, it was kind of like how.
Yeah, but they're very low on
potentially
potentially
evolved you was based on was also based on your starting point, because you didn't get much BioE from apes, because apes are already
they're already
close
very
to humans.
human.
So
let's look up. Do we have shark? Let's have a look here.
Well, here's skunks.
I got birds here. Yeah, Mike, I saw you had the picture up earlier with the dog pack, and here's the colorized version of the dog pack. They look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on. Keep holding that up. I'm going to switch to you on solo layout.
Side by side it.
Hold it up. Oh, well. Yeah, that looks a lot better in color, actually.
Yeah, that looks a lot better.
Yeah. I love that bulldog.
Yeah. They all look... the color adds a lot. The bulldog does really draw the eye. The others are kind of not so much, especially little dachshund over here. Not very impressed by
possum.
him. You must be
that
the
possum
brain of the group.
The possum with the big shotgun? Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I got like an Gila monster or something like that. I think that was one that got added during the Kickstarter.
There were a couple of pieces that got added. You can really tell, because there's a couple of new pieces in there that were drawn by some beta.
Lemur.
Whereas in the original book, almost everything was exclusively done by Eastman.
Yeah, this lemur here is credited with Symbieta and an S. Campbell.
Yeah, it's amazing how involved Eastman and Laird were in these books.
Oh yeah,
it was their baby.
It was so wonderful that the creators had a direct hand in the RPG, which is not something you normally see.
Nope,
no, it's not.
They even got to make completely original villains for the RPG, because you get the Terror Bears.
Mm-hmm. They were so lovely. I remember them.
Who basically are evil psychic versions of the
they're evil Care Bears. Yep.
Except that their psychic powers, though, are all about instilling fear and terror in other people.
So I did find Shark, and going to BioE, they have a starting of 0 BioE, which means they have to trade in size levels, if I recall correctly. Yeah, because they started at size level 19.
Yeah.
So you're going to trade in size levels for your BioE. It's coming back to me, bro.
It's all good. These firearm pictures.
We're at the we're at Rodents. There's your nice little splinter right there.
Oh yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. These firearm pictures. These are clearly photocopied and traced, right?
Well,
sure, right.
A lot of these
they're so janky. I loved it.
Yeah, a lot of their firearm art and their weapon art is the same art they used from the early 80s.
Yeah.
They haven't updated or altered it at all because
that was across the board for all Palladium books. That was not just Ninja Turtles. That was every single one.
If they had a katana picture in one book, it was the same katana picture in the next.
I guess like Robotech was out at the time, because that's another thing that drew me to the Palladium system. It's a garbage system. I hate it these days. But they had Robotech also. So that one would have had some, original art for its guns. I mean, they would have been drafted from the Robotech, but it wouldn't have been the stock cut and paste that they used in all the.
Oh, here are those bears you were talking about.
Super Spies and yeah, can't wait to see them in color.
Yeah, I got the color page for the Terror Bears here. If you want to bring that up.
Oh yeah, please.
Oh wow,
that's great. That is. Oh, I love them so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm into weapons now, and this does seem to be pretty much the same thing as it always was. But yeah, it's colorized. This is not impressive, but it's colorized for.
Give me a second. Yeah, there we go.
It's just the old table in color. There's not much there, but they didn't have much to work with.
I recognize those illustrations.
Yep.
The thing is, when I wrote my own RPG, because what kid didn't make their own RPG when they were first starting out, I duplicated a table in a similar manner. I had my own stats for everything, but it was longsword, and I drew a little longsword next to it, just like they had in Palladium. Went down the line like that. So it was like here's the text, here's the art representation, just straight down, so everyone knew what kind of weapons they were dealing with.
I think you can
because I kind of like that in the
you could chalk up a lot of the list-based stuff that a lot of people our age click on to playing D&D back when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. That was one thing. People talk trash about the Palladium system all the time, but the one thing you have to give them, they were thoroughly illustrated. You knew what things looked like in the Palladium universe.
Oh, I remember this comic in the middle. I love Ninja Turtles. I loved Robotech, and when Rifts came out, I was really big into Rifts.
Mm-hmm.
I was also Heroes Unlimited. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
But yeah, I love that they have the stats for all the major characters. You got all four turtles. You got Splinter.
Yeah.
You got Shredder. You got April. You Casey. You even got the TCR
from what I recall.
The TCRI aliens.
Mm-hmm. Terror on Route 9. God, I must have run this a dozen times.
So is the system still the same? Have they improved on the Palladium system, or is it still?
The system is still the same Palladium system. I looked at that, and it is still the same game that it ever was.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me a bit. Caesar's Weasels. I remember this.
Yeah.
Kevin has stated numerous times he's seen no reason to update the system.
Oh, there's the Terror Bears.
He believes.
Yeah, he's right. He will not change.
He believes the Palladium system is perfect, and
thank God we have D20.
Yeah.
For
those of you who prefer,
Spawn. It's such a great game. It's so beautiful, but it's burdened by the Palladium system.
I wonder if
the thing is, what you can do is you can take their BioE if you want. If you don't want to deal with the Palladium system, but you still like to deal with with their BioE system for how your mutants are going to work. You can always build your character with their BioE system, and that way you know what the character is like with the mutations. Yeah. And then take those concepts and use the game system of your preference.
Absolutely.
If you
Been
don't
doing
want
that
to
for
play
years.
Palladium.
So, David, I don't know if you're aware, but the guys who do Savage Worlds, Pinnacle Entertainment, they went to Kevin Cianova and said, "Hey, let us do riffs with Savage Worlds." And Kevin said, "No one's ever asked me before." And so we can now play riffs with Savage Worlds, a modern rule set that's
Okay.
not
That's
played.
good to hear. That's good to
Yeah.
hear.
And I'm just wondering how much that would be useful for trying to play TMNT in Savage Worlds.
Well, I have seen.
Shouldn't be too hard to convert.
I have seen a superhero system on Savage Worlds. I've also seen a mutant animal system that fans made. We had them. We had that guy. We had them on the BAMF a couple of years ago. In fact.
Yeah, it's Big Apple Sewer Samurai. Hang on a second, I got him. Really cool guy. Yeah, here we are, Big Apple Sewer Samurai for Savage Worlds. Cool guy. I want to say he is.
Fun.
But yeah, look at this art.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it is. I like that a lot.
Yeah, this is Savage Worlds, so it's a modern, easy to learn system. Here it's. I never played this. Maybe we should. I'd like to play more on the podcast in general. Maybe we should play one or both of these games at some point.
Oh, I'd be down.
I might have to drink a little bit if we're playing Palladium, though. By a little bit, I mean a lot.
I'll find a way to cope with it.
If we've got the pre-gens already in here. We just get 4 players and we can play.
It's not that hard to fall into Michelangelo when you already know the character.
Yeah, we're going to have to fight over who gets to play Mikey.
Yep. That could be the greatest turtle of all time.
Lots of fight over Mikey.
I'm sold. I want to do this next weekend. So, all right.
I'm down, bro. I'm down. Who's gonna run?
I haven't run Palladium in decades.
Yeah,
I would have to spend time rereading the rules to remember how to play it.
Exact same.
We could do a lasers and feelings hack, I suppose. That'd be easy.
Yeah, I mean, run his D20, whatever.
Yeah,
it's not hard. It's using the BioE is fantastic. I love that. I love that concept in a role playing system, and it can be adapted easily to anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're just rolling dice and playing make believe.
Well. But I'm pretty happy that they included all the adventures and supplemental material in here, because especially that it's just 2 books. So instead of having all the separate books, 2 books on your shelf, everything you need. And the other books have more player material in there, because the transdimensional book has all the rules for if you want to make dinosaur mutants.
Yeah.
Or super evolved humans using BioE. You can basically hyper evolve yourself to become super psychic entities. They also there are in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics back in the black and white days, there were actual superheroes in it, and they've got the write-ups for Carnage and Radical in there, including the BioE points necessary to duplicate their powers.
You ever wonder what it would be like if, when they adapted TMNT to cartoons, if they'd stayed with the old Eastman Laird art style?
Oh, that'd be
wild.
It'd be pretty wild, yeah.
Have you read the comics, the Ninja Turtles Batman crossover comics?
There were several, so you'll have to specify on that.
In the 3rd arc, it leaned very heavily into the Eastman art style. It was really cool, kind of worlds colliding kind of shit. It was neat. They got Shredder listed in here twice. It's in one of the adventures, Monolithic Movie Studios.
Yeah, he's listed in the main core rule book, and he's in one of the adventure books. They always republish stats.
Yeah, I remember that. And I'm just double checking here because it seems he's got like more. He doesn't have skill. Oh, here's skills of note. I'm just double checking their math, and it looks to be kind of a different build, or at least they list professional skills here, and they don't have it listed here. Probably not necessary for the adventure. Trucking Turtles.
But yeah, I don't know if you've seen Bruce Timm talking about the Batman and TMNT crossover, but he considers it canon.
Oh,
absolutely.
Because there's an event in there that deals with the Scarecrow, and that event is what leads the Scarecrow to be the kind of gangly, guy using gas that he was in like the first couple of seasons of Batman and Batman, to when you see him later in the Batman Superman adventures, where he's like this Grim Reaper looking guy who's terrifying as more of a skull mask and a noose around his neck. The noose is something that happens in the Turtle book. He gets hung from a tree, and it snaps. And now he believes he is an undead entity of fear.
Huh. I didn't realize
it's really good.
Turtle crossovers there have been. I'm showing you the cover.
Turtles have crossed over with everything.
Oh, yeah. The most recent thing they crossed over with was Masters of the Universe. I've got the comic.
Yeah, I've got that.
You guys have a lot in common.
Yeah, and the Turtles is consistently like one of the best comic books out there.
Mm-hmm. And it's consistent with Turtles continuity. They are a superhero universe, and they have time travel adventures. They have space adventures. They have dimension crossing adventures.
As far as all their other crossovers, and I don't know if they've crossed over with My Little Pony yet, but I'm sure they will. It fits in the narrative of both the Turtles and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It makes more sense than Turtles Power Rangers, although I think I have that.
Turtles and Power Rangers crossed over in the actual Power Rangers show. Because at the same time as the Power Rangers show was happening, it was just after the movies had happened, and they created a live-action TV series for the Turtles. That's where we get Venus de Milo, the fifth female turtle.
How did I miss that? I mean, I knew a female. That's not the first time I've heard. Jenica is the female turtle these days in the comics.
But that's where we were introduced to the character of Venus de Milo. So yeah, we got that series, and they had a crossover adventure with the Power Rangers. This was during Power Rangers Galaxy. I think it was either Galaxy or Turbo.
I think they're both being streamed. I think they're both owned in America by Saban. But here's some art from the He-Man Turtles crossover.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's dumb, as every comic should be.
Yeah, fun and dumb. That's
At the end, there's a little retrospective on the making of it.
I hate to say this, got me thinking about how to do a Lasers and Feelings hack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Lasers and Feelings, you get.
Everything is more fun with Ninja Turtles, Mike.
Yes.
Fair enough.
They cracked this code a long time ago. All right, I'm gonna check out the other book.
And let me tell you, when it comes to their time travel and dimension travel supplement, it is fascinating.
I remember the physics of time travel in the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, it's a coil, and you punch a hole in the side of it.
Mm-hmm. You can only go to, it's like when the coil loops around again, and it's like a specific number of years.
Yeah, because there's a character in the comics, I don't remember her name, but she's a time witch. Maybe I'm confusing.
I want to see it's like Renee or Renelle or
that
Renette.
Sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure she's in here because she is a time mage, and there's a time, I believe there's a time mage class and time mage spells in this book.
I remember the time mage.
They were thorough on this. Yes,
let's do this. And I know you showed this also. It's on the cover of your copy of the transmissional book. Yeah. I love this art style. This is the art style all the old when it got into like the rifts.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like Kevin Long, I think is the cover painting by Kevin Long. He did so many of these, and this robot. This is every Rift's robot.
Yes, it is.
There was a ghost
character, transdimensional style.
Do you guys know about this?
Know about what?
Turtles and Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah.
Again, doesn't surprise me.
They crossed over with literally everybody. Okay, I remember this about, you mentioned earlier about like de-evolving as a human or evolving as a human, sacrificing your your psychic powers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a new section. That wasn't in the original book.
No, this is yeah, we're talking transdimensional turtles, we're talking turtles in time. It was a whole thing, Mike. This shit went deep.
Okay.
Ancient animals. I remember the mutant hominid species. Allosaur, Ankylosaurid. Yep. I want to play an Ankylosaurus. Sorry, Ankylosaurus.
When
that guy's rolling in his
I
grave.
read the old comic, I did not get to read the stories regarding the Triceraton Empire, so I didn't appreciate them when this book came out.
Yeah, they just looked cool.
They look so damn cool, and apparently, yeah, the Triceratons are a major thing in.
Yeah, there's the whole Utrom War. There's all kinds of nuts.
Because
I want to point out
they've got this entire empire in space. They're basically like dinosaur space Romans.
I'm going to bring everything down. This is a colorized, exact, copy, just colorized of the burpiest looking saber-toothed cat.
Yeah,
you
what
can
the hell?
possibly imagine.
There is some art they should have updated.
It was a different time. You have to understand.
Everything was a different time.
There's never been a Daredevil.
Yeah, here's your time travel.
There's never been a Daredevil crossover.
Yep. Because
that's
the
because
further back,
which is funny considering turtles are supposed to be based off the Daredevil.
Yeah,
I think that's canon too. I think the Matt Murdock and Turtles incident is pretty much canon.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to be the same incident that created Matt Murdock. A kid pushes an old man out of the way of a truck that's speeding his way. The truck spills strange fluid, which is the same ooze that turns the turtles into mutants, and it's the same stuff that gives Matt Murdock his superpowers.
What I'm thinking right now, and I kind of wonder, I know that the turtles were created as kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Daredevil myth was intended in that joke, or if they were just making fun of teenagers and mutants at the time.
That was issue 1 of the old black and white comic.
Was it intentional on the parts of Eastman and Laird to, in addition to making fun of the comic trends of the time with the New Mutants and such, was it their intention also to tie it into Daredevil, or was it just a parallel evolution of sorts?
That I can't say. I'm pretty sure they were fans of Daredevil, though.
Oh yeah,
because the foot are
the hand.
Are the hand. Yeah. But you have. But
I guess I answered my own question there, didn't I?
The whole universe is a full superhero universe, because you've got people with superpowers. You have mages. You have aliens.
Yeah, it ties in with all the other. That was the joy of.
Let's talk about Splinter. Splinter was a super intelligent rat before he was imbued with the ooze.
He was a mutant before the ooze.
He trained and studied ninjutsu
by watching from the cage.
Watching
so wild, I love it.
His master from a cage as a rat, and he maintained and he retained the knowledge when he became super intelligent and taught the turtles.
Yeah,
I do like the way the comics are now, where they're reincarnation.
Daredevil fights the hand, turtles fight the foot. Crack me up as a teenager to discover that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I honestly, I love using the Foot Clan in any superhero universe if I can.
Oh, I'll do
Because-
random ninjas,
Yeah,
random ninja checks in just about any game. You know,
Good.
you never know what I'm rolling, and it might be ninjas.
especially when the way they were presented in the TMNT series, which was the one from like the early 2000s. That was just really good. The way they were tied to the street gangs with the purple dragons,
Mhm.
and if you were good enough in the purple dragons, you then got brought into the actual Foot Clan for the real training, and find and then later on finding out that spoilers for a 20-year-old variant version of the Turtles series that Shredder was actually like a TCRI alien.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. Okay.
It was
Ninja
something they
Turtles
did
is wild shit, Mike.
It was something they specifically did for that series.
All right. So let's say I'm a guy listening to this podcast and I go, "Oh, I want some of that." Is there any way to get this book outside the Kickstarter? Is it going to be for sale on?
I'm sure it will be eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure now that the books are getting into the hands of the Kickstarter supporters, that they'll make them available to the general public. Because, Palladium wants to make money just as much as any other company.
Mike, here we have the Rat King.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at him.
Solo layout. Yeah, that wasn't the original either. That's a new
And
thing.
if you could find the current comic book version of the Rat King, that'd be fantastic. They look radically different, but they've so changed his story and made him so goddamn cool in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you go to palladiumbooks.com right now, you can pre-order all of these books and the dice that Dave has. So
Okay.
they're only pre-order. You can't actually get it, but you can pre-order it. So, did you get the GM screen too, Dave?
Yeah,
Sweet. All right.
it is pretty sweet. Came with there's a dice tower and a rolling tray, and not my kind of rolling tray that I'm used to, but
Oh, that's cool. Well, guys, have we talked this one to death?
yeah, this could go for hours and hours. I'm sure.
Unless we're going to talk specifics, I think we're good. Yeah,
All right.
if you're nostalgic for this RPG, I'd say get it. If not, it is the Palladium system. Take that for what it is. Some people like it, a lot of people don't. Yeah, I enjoy the BioE system.
Yeah, the BioE system rocks.
I think having
And
these
the story
books-
rocks.
Yeah, I think having these books as a reference for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because this will tell you all about the Turtles, the history, the Foot Clan, the Triceratons, the Time Mages, a couple of the superheroes and villains that were popular in the comics. So, if you want to know more about the actual TMNT universe from the Eastman and Laird comics, not so much like the cartoons or any of the other shows
Or the current
that have
comics
come
or what have
since.
you,
They're not going to help you there. But if you want the original stuff, the stuff that we ancient old grain people
The gray
grew
beards.
up with old style TMNT, these books are for you.
yeah. No, this is tight. This is like the third or fourth Doc Farrell adventure I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, Doc Farrell and the Terror Bears have
Yeah, he makes Terror
numerous
Bears.
adventures.
It's iconic. He's so great.
But
But yeah, he keeps popping up. He's I don't know if I've seen the Mousers and Baxter Stockman.
Baxter Stockman and the Mousers show up as NPC write-ups, but there's no adventures dealing with them.
All right, yeah, I'm just leaping through it at this point. A lot of good comic stories in it, little breaks. This is neat.
I love that it had in the 90s because it had so many more weapons to kill people with than D&D first did. I played at the time. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Weapon section was pretty cool. All right, guys, you want to wrap it up?
All right, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, that's
Min-
way better. Thanks.
Sweet. Hey, thanks for chiming in, Mindo Mata. Nice to talk to you. And we'll catch you all next time on the BAMF podcast.
Yeah.